Hello everybody, thanks for tuning in again. My name is Yangji, and today I will be talking to you about how to make easy part-time income driving an Uber. Now before we start, if you have seen my other videos or if you guys do like this video, please subscribe to my channel and check out my other videos in my channel as I will be talking about how to become an entrepreneur, how to drive more efficiently, and just being overall more smart on the road. Okay? So, if you guys have also planned on driving an Uber sometime this year, please use my bonus link below and you will receive either a guarantee or a bonus depending on your city, but check it out, it's in the video description below and you guys will receive a guarantee or bonus. Okay? So now let's dive right into it. So how do you make an easy part-time income driving an Uber? So I have done Uber both full-time and part-time, and I would really say the only difference between the two is you take what you do part-time and you just do it more for full-time. So in either way, it's still very much the same strategy as if your approach to doing this would be spending as little time on the road as possible while earning as much as possible. So how I used to do this was there's two approaches to it. So you can either use your destination filters, which you would use it for longer trips, or at least, trips going back to wherever you need to be. Or you can stay out on the road during peak times and earn your bonuses with the Uber bonuses. So basically what they do is they will either give you a quota to meet, for example, driving for 15 trips and earn an extra $30. Okay? So on top of you earning the fares for your 15 trips, you also earn an extra $30. So it's pretty good as, you're just taking really short trips in that case. So two approaches, right? So one approach would be to primarily rely on your destination filters, which you get 2 a day. Okay, that's one approach. The second approach is you primarily use the Uber bonuses to earn you that income. So let's talk about the first approach first. Okay, so every day they're going to give you 2 destination filters on the Uber platform. And what you do is you want to minimize the amount of time you spend on the road as much as possible, and you want to earn as much as possible. So if you're in a good location and you know where you want to set your destination to, in my case, I used to live about 30 miles away from LAX airport, so that gave me a very good strategy on just setting my destination filters every day, going to the airport while I'm just working on something else. So if I'm just working on my computer and I'm waiting for my trip, I don't really consider myself waiting for my first trip, okay? So I'm waiting for my first trip while I'm working on something else. I don't really count that waiting time. When I get that trip going to the airport, that's my first trip without waiting, and that would be about $30. And if I want to pick up from the airport, which is really easy, there's almost no waiting time, I would get someone from the airport and then take them wherever they need to be because I don't get to choose while I'm at LAX. Okay? So that would give me at least $10 to $20. So that would be $50. And then I would take a destination filter back home if that's how I just want to end the day. And that would give me about $50 to $60 on average. Okay? So that's easy. $60. First trip, like I said, what I used to do was I just set the destination filter to the airport, and I don't really wait because I'm working at home doing something else, so this would be perfect if you're working at home. And after I take the first trip, I would go to the airport, and then from the airport, I can almost expect no waiting time because I like driving during peak hours. And then from the airport, going somewhere else, that will earn me at least $10 on average. And then after that, I would take a destination filter back home if that's how I want to end the day. So that's scenario one. That's how you make a part-time income. That's how I used to make a part-time income. Okay, just easy as that. And on average, that would take you about 3 hours, 4 hours. 4 hours is pretty long, but you could usually do that under 4 hours. And that's how you earn a part-time income with just driving with destination filters. Now you don't have to take the destination filters going to the airport or wherever I'm talking about. You could take your destination filters going to work. That would be even probably easier and more on the way for you. And you're already going to work, or you're already going where you need to be, and you're really just taking someone else along the way. So you're not wasting too much more time on top of where you are already driving anyways. And then from where you're going on your return trip, since you get 2 destination filters a day, take someone from your destination, your first destination, and you can take them back home or wherever you need to be as your second spot. So in that sense, there's very little time wasted. It's not like, I'm going somewhere that I don't need to be, like going to the airport, but you're already going to work, you're already going to somewhere else you need to be, so you're taking someone else. So you're not really putting that much more extra time on top of where you're really needing to be, okay? So that's the first approach, is the destination filters, okay? Second approach would be to drive and meet your Uber quota, and they will give you a bonus. So I used to do this before too, and this was secondary to my destination filter strategy, just because you have to complete a quota, so you're going to be on the road longer, or give or take depending on how long your trips are. But I like taking short trips in that case if I'm just trying to meet a quota. So I'm trying to meet short trips, and I'm trying to take as many people as possible in as little time as possible. So how do you do this? You take Uber pools. Okay, if you're just trying to make a quota of let's say 15, 25 trips, take Uber pools, because sometimes you just get 3 trips in one pool, and you already accomplished 3 trips out of 15, a quota of 15. So, that makes it a lot easier. How I used to do this was, I lived in the LA market, so while I was driving, so back then, the best places to pick up Uber pools was USC, because they will give you pools, and a lot of times, the students there are really just going within the campus, so you can only imagine how short the rides are going to be. So that was a very good way to complete your quotas. You take Uber pools, you take short trips, and you stay on the road for as little time as possible. So that's how you complete your quotas. Okay, so if you have a spot that is kind of like what I described at USC, that would be great. But I'm not sure if USC still does pay for their students Uber rides, so you might get fewer and fewer of those rides, but I think you can still do about the same things on the road somewhere else, maybe in a more congested area. So, that's my 2 approaches. To reiterate, would be 1, to use the destination filters primarily, okay? And number 2 would be to meet your Uber trips quota. And how you do this is by taking Uber pools and hoping for short rides and just being on the road for as little time as possible while meeting your quota. Okay, so that's my 2 approach. Now, like I said, if you guys do plan on driving for Uber, please use my bonus link below, and you guys will receive either a guarantee or a bonus depending on your city. And I would really appreciate it. Subscribe to my channel, because I will be coming out with regular content just like this, sharing my driving experience and maybe enabling you guys to drive smarter and staying on the road for as little time as possible. Thank you very much.